The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Community America Ballpark, live in Kansas City, Kansas, where the Kansas City T-Bones look to win another home series here at the spacious Community America Ballpark. Great game last night. Walk-off win for Kansas City. Another walk-off, as Kansas City has had 4 walk-off wins at home this season, courtesy of Matt Folks and his entire intern crew for locating all that information for us earlier today. Let's take a look at the Texas starting lineup at 29 and 56. It all begins with the second baseman, Brian Bistain. Batting second to third baseman, Corey Morales. Michael Herr will bat third. He's the DH, as Devin Rodriguez, the first baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Nick Atkins. Batting sixth, the right fielder, is Cody Linehan. Batting seventh, the catcher, Michael Miller, as Juan Sanchez, the shortstop, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the speedy center fielder, Kenny Peoples-Walls. Bistain, Morales, Herr, Rodriguez, Akins, Linehan, Miller, Sanchez, and Peoples-Walls. Josh Hodges gets the start for Kansas City. 4-6 record, 4.52 earned run average. And for Hodges, last start coming back against Wichita on August 16th. He gave up 3 runs in that last start, and the first pitch of the game is right there for a called strike. Once again, you couldn't ask for really pretty much any better weather as we've had the last couple of nights. Temperature in the mid-70s, a swing and a foul tip, and Bistain quickly down to the count, 0-2. Last night, actually almost kind of got somewhat cool last night when the game was over. Temperatures in the upper 50s before all was said and done last night. The 0-2 pitch, just a little bit low with the fastball, and the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kansas City last night was trailing 2-0 before Anthony Gallus homered, followed by a 2-run home run by Vladimir Frias. Kansas City would win the game in the bottom of the 7th, and today starts off on a good note. A swing and a miss on Brian Bistain, and the first out has been recorded. The defense for John Massarelli today: Johnson works behind the plate, Mojica at third, Frias at short, Wiley at second, Blackwood at first, outfielders left to right, Rodriguez, Massey, Wheat, the same identical winning lineup or defensive alignment that Kansas City had last night. First pitch to Corey Morales, once again right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Morales, a .230 hitter, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Pretty solid defensive third baseman. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it misses a bit inside. A great crowd last night. It was a military appreciation night last night. The jerseys, what Kansas City wore last night, was pretty much like an American flag draped over their chest, and it was a really good picturesque jersey, one of the better ones in my opinion that we've had this year, and Kansas City winning yet another game in a themed jersey last night in front of over 6,000 fans. 2-1 pitch and a high pop-up in foul territory to the right side. Blackwood nearing the tarp, but he runs out of room. And the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll get you a look at the American Association standings in just a little bit. Kansas City needing a lot of wins to get into the postseason, but also needing a little bit of help as Kansas City does not face Lincoln. They do not face Sioux City another time this year. And, of course, Kansas City needing to catch both of those teams. Another foul ball to the right side on a 2-2 pitch. Coming into today, Kansas City 7 games back in the division race. It's not going to be easy by any means, but with the amount of games left, it's still possible. Kansas City not mathematically eliminated. They trail Sioux City by 7. They trail Lincoln by 6 games. And a called third strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 89 miles per hour. And 2 quick strikeouts to begin the game for Josh Hodges. So he has yet to use his defense. 2 up, 2 down for Michael Herr. Last night, Sioux City defeated Winnipeg In fact, they've defeated Winnipeg the first 2 games of that series. Lincoln, a team that a close win last night as well, and they have now kind of righted the ship a little bit after losing 8 consecutive games at one point. They have won 5 of their last 10. They are only 1 game back at a 45-40 mark of Sioux City. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Michael Herr way outside, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Herr batting .277, 4 home runs, 33 RBIs. The defense for Kansas City a little bit shifted toward right in the outfield as another pitch is thrown to the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. St. Paul has kind of dwindled with their big lead. At one point they had a double-digit lead over Winnipeg, and now they have lost 3 consecutive games, 7 of their last 10. Here's a routine play for Frias at short, and a very quick inning for Hodges in the top of the first inning. After half of an inning, no score. Kansas City coming up on the other side of the break. Listening to the T-Bones on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Nathan Moore back with you live at Community America Ballpark, Kansas City, Kansas. This is the starting lineup that Kansas City used to win last night, and no reason to go away from it again today, so John Masterly's lineup will look like this. Leading off in center field is Tyler Massey. Batting second, the right fielder is Dalton Wheat. Brett Wiley's at second base. He'll bat third as Jake Blackwood returns at first base in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, the designated hitter is Anthony Gallus. Jimmy Mojica, the third baseman, bats sixth. Batting seventh, and in left field is Starlin Rodriguez. Vladimir Frias will bat eighth. He's the shortstop. And Nolan Johnson, the rookie catcher, will bat ninth. Massey, Wheat, Wiley, Blackwood, Gallus, Mojica, Rodriguez, Frias, Johnson for Kansas City, as they will be opposed by the left-hander Griffin Russell. Griffin Russell, his 16th start of the year. Last time out against Laredo was back on August 15th. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, in 5 innings. He did face Kansas City early this year, back on May 20th. He took the loss. He allowed 8 hits and 5 runs over just 4 innings. Over the course of his career, 5-19 is the career record for Griffin Russell. 5.78 career earned run average. This year, he has struggled off to a 1-9 record and a 6.48 ERA. So a pitcher that has definitely struggled a lot this year. See if Kansas City can get a hold of him early today. And they are exactly doing that in the first inning. Massey, after the very first pitch, fouls it off, and the count's 0-1. Quite a few fans already gathering in the berm area behind the right field fence. Russell's 0-1 pitch is a fastball high, and the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Massey last night had the big hit, bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 3. Sent a base hit into left field. Vladimir Frias able to score from second base on the base hit. There was no RBI attached to the hit, as the left fielder last night, Rodriguez, bobbled the baseball in left field, and Kansas City able to win on a base hit E7 to give Kansas City the big win last night. 2-1 pitch is a high chopper to second, fielded by Bistain, and the flip over to first is in time for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for Texas, Miller does the catching, Morales at short, or Morales at third, Sanchez at short, Bistain at second, Rodriguez at first, and the outfielders left to right, Akins, Peoples-Walls, And Linehan is in right field. Texas wearing the gray pants, black tops, red numbers lettering. Kansas City wearing the maroon tops, black letters, black numbering, and the white pants. Trying to win their second consecutive game of the series. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Wheat, and there's a called strike on the outside edge. Dalton Wheat in last night's game went 0 for 3, but he is still batting a very solid .325 this year. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball for a strike, and the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The outfield, which we have seen in every game this year in which Kansas City has faced Texas, very shallow in the outfield. 1-2 pitch, fouls it straight back. A lot of athleticism in the outfield for Texas. However, Kansas City, not really the team that obviously leads the league in home runs, but still a lot of power in this lineup. Kind of somewhat shocking in more of a hitter-friendly ballpark that they play so shallow. Sinking line drive to center, and Dalton Wheat will reach with a 1-out single. So even though Peoples Walls was playing shallow in center field, Dalton Wheat able to drop that one right in front of the center fielder for a hit. And Kansas City has a base runner on for the second baseman, Brett Wiley. So a good offensive start already for KC. And you can just kind of get that feeling that history will say when a pitcher struggles as bad as Griffin has struggled this year for Texas, that if Kansas City can string a couple of hits together early on, then it probably won't be so difficult to get him to feel that reversion of back to some previous starts where things hasn't really gone his way. A lot of starts this year, which he has been ran out of the game early. We'll see if Kansas City can jump on him early in this game. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, 2-0 on Wiley. Wiley with another hit last night, 1 for 3. His average actually dropped last night with the 1 for 3 game. Now batting .330 with 5 home runs and 42 RBIs. No score, bottom of the first inning. The series tied at 1 game apiece. Big swing and a miss, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Fastball at 90 miles per hour on the outside corner. Two balls and a strike. Double play depth for Texas. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as Griffin Russell just fired a fastball right past Brett Wiley. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. This has been the year of the milestone for Kansas City. Last homestand, Kansas City skipper John Massarelli with a big milestone for him in the regards of win column, 850, now has 852 wins as Wiley swings and misses at yet another fastball. He's down on strikes. And Russell has his first strikeout of the game, and 2 outs, 1 on for the first baseman, Jake Blackwood. Blackwood batting just a tick under .260, 13 home runs, 63 RBIs. Almost connected on his 14th home run of the season last night in his first at-bat against Missel. Takes the first pitch right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Russell has thrown 15 pitches so far in the first inning. A 1-out single by Wheat. He is still at first base with 2 outs. Russell checks the runner, and the 0-1 pitch is sent to the third baseman. Easy play for Morales, goes the short way to second, and his scoreless inning cashed in by Griffin Russell. We head to the second, no score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty
Top of the
Treats
second,
ice
no
cream
score.
truck at your next
Kansas
corporate or
City,
private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Texas, still looking for their first run of the game. Josh Hodges back to work, quickly gets ahead of Rodriguez, 0-2. Hodges in the first inning struck out Bastain and Morales both to begin the game and got Michael Herter ground out to the shortstop Frias for a very quick 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Kansas City got a one-out single in the first inning, but unable to move Dalton Wheat beyond first base. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and boy, not a very good at bat at all by Devin Rodriguez. He was tied up in knots. That pitch was way in on his hands, not even close to a strike, and Rodriguez does indeed strike out. And already 3 strikeouts for Josh Hodges this afternoon. So 1 up, 1 down for the left fielder for Nick Akins. Nick Akins did not play last night. He is in there today batting .220, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. Righty versus righty. Kansas City kind of moving their outfielders back to a normal shift in the outfield. And a broken bat little blooper right in front of the shortstop. Frias very quickly fires over to first and 2 up, 2 down to begin the second inning. So a good start for Hodges in the second inning of the afternoon, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Cody Linehan. Linehan last night batted in the 7th spot, 0 for 3. Batting average lowered down to .249. See if Hodges can finish off a very quick second inning as he did in the first. Hodges at 18 pitches so far at an inning and 2/3. First pitch to Linehan is right down the heart of the plate. Called strike at 85 miles per hour. And Linehan behind in the count of 1-1. Linehan's kind of had an interesting story as well for Texas. A lot of power early on, and he's got 9 on the season in regards to home runs. A team like Texas, it's been kind of a strange year for them, and we'll see after this year if they continue to go down the same road. There's a high fly ball, deep right field. Wheat going back against the wall, and it's going to go just barely over his glove for a home run. So Cody Linehan, with his 10th home run of the year, is going to give Texas their first run of the day, and a ball that just barely got over the wall. And if Dalton Wheat might have felt that wall just a little bit sooner, probably makes the catch, but it kind of just shocked him looking at the replay. It just barely went over the fence, but when Dalton hit that wall, obviously kind of alarmed him, and he jumped forward, and then that pulled his glove away from the opportunity to make a catch. Now a pop-up behind the plate. It will reach the seats. And a first pitch strike to Michael Miller. So 1-0 Texas. First home run of the game has been a home run. And now another player who did not play last night, Michael Miller, getting the start behind the plate. The 0-1 pitch is popped foul out of play, and 0-2. So Hodges very quickly trying to get that home run behind him and try to secure the final out of the second inning. Kansas City lost the first game of the series 6-3, but came back with a walk-off win last night, 4-3. So this is the rubber game of the series. Kansas City trying to win yet another game at home. T-Bones coming into today 23-17 at home, so they have took care of business here at Community America. This pitch just barely missed outside, 1-2. The real struggles this year for Kansas City has been the road record, 12 games below 500. There's Michael Miller just able to check his swing, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hodges, pretty good tempo, pretty fast pace in the early beginning. 2-2 pitch, line drive, one hop diving play, Frias, and almost able to throw from his knees. And with his strong of an arm, if Frias gets that ball off, more than likely he makes yet another top 10 play. That was a great defensive ability just to get to the ball, and Frias just couldn't find the handle as he was having trouble getting the baseball out of his glove. So an infield single for Michael Miller, and that'll bring up the shortstop Juan Sanchez. So now 2 hits in the inning, 1 run already in. And Sanchez, who's batting .256, will come to the plate, and he, like every one of his other teammates, takes the first pitch strike. Outfield fairly deep for Kansas City. 0-1 pitch popped up, foul territory. It'll reach the seats. And yet another Texas air hog who's down in the count 0-2. 29 pitches now for Hodges in the first 2 frames. Hodges still looking for the final out of the second. Comes set, looks in. The 0-2 pitch is another foul ball. So Texas, if anything else, is forcing Kansas City's right-handed starter to throw a lot of pitches in this second inning. 3 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed already for Hodges. Sanchez steps back in, righty versus righty, and the 0-2 pitch almost hit him in the head. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So ever since that home run, Hodges continues to work quick. Had a great stop behind him at short and Frias. Couldn't get the ball off, and now still trying to get that final out after starting so quickly with 4 pitches and 2 outs in the inning. He's really trying to work hard to get that final out. Runner bluffs, does not go, and a swing and a miss. Down goes Sanchez, the 4th strikeout of the game already for Hodges. But damage done as Texas hits their first home run of the series, and Texas takes the lead. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Texas with the lead. Nathan Moore back with you live at Community America Ballpark, Kansas City, Kansas. Gallus Mojica Rodriguez for Kansas City bats in the second against the lefty starting pitcher Griffin Russell. Russell, the last time against Kansas City, was really hit hard against. Kansas City defeated him way back in the early stages of the season, way back in the middle of May. So far, so good for the lefty Russell. He's got a couple of ground ball outs. He's got a strikeout. He's allowed just one hit. The 0-2 pitch, Gallus pulls just a little bit too much into the seats in foul territory. The count's still 0-2. Gallus homered for the 15th time last night. That got Kansas City on the board in the 5th inning. Kansas City would then add a 2-run home run to tie the game in the inning, or to take their first lead of the game, and then win with a walk-off hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4 walk-off hits for Kansas City all at home this year for the T-Bones. Kind of been an exciting month of August. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Russell with his second strikeout of the afternoon and the first out of the second inning. Kind of keep you updated just a little bit in regards to our friends to our east, as the Kansas City Royals have been streaking to 8 consecutive wins, and they have all of a sudden put themselves in the postseason race. About 2 weeks ago, nobody in the right mind would think the Royals would be in the postseason race. Here's a fly ball to center. Back goes Peoples Walls to make the catch, and 2 up, 2 down for KC. But they have won 8 straight, and all of a sudden they have gone from 9.5 back to 4 games back of the wild card, and only 8 games back of the Central Division rival Cleveland Indians. So the Royals still very much alive, obviously trying to defend their World Series championship from a year ago. 2 up, 2 down. Starlin Rodriguez, the left fielder, will bat for the first time. Second year in Kansas City, batting .262, 5 homers, 24 RBIs, and he takes a first pitch strike right at the knees on the inside corner. Outfield backs up a little bit, in particular Peoples Walls in center. 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball outside, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorgeous day for baseball as it was last night. Picture perfect afternoon. The sun is shining, not very many clouds. 1-1 pitch pulled foul again, and the count stays or moves on to 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was original threat of rain through the course of the weekend, and we had a little bit, of course, on Friday night. No rain yesterday, and there's not supposed to be any rain in the upcoming forecast. At least that's what it said coming into today. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Rodriguez, it's a line drive into center field, but Peoples Walls plays it perfectly, and the inning is over. So Kansas City hit the ball pretty hard a couple of times in the frame, but nothing to show for it. We head to the third, 1-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Top of the third inning, 1-0 lead for Texas as Kenny Peoples-Walls will begin the third inning with the soft base hit over the right side of the infield into right field in front of Wheat. So a leadoff single for Peoples-Walls, third hit of the afternoon for Texas, as Josh Hodges will now face the top of the order for the second time. Brian Bistain struck out to begin the game, 0 for 1. Double play depth for Kansas City. Mojica at third in on the third base side, kind of encroaching on the infield grass. Hodges pitch on the way, and the fastball just a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. See if Kansas City can get a big double play. Peoples-Walls, who really didn't do much against Kansas City last night, went 1 for 3, but his batting average continues to kill Kansas City in a perfectly executed hit and run to the right side into right field for a hit. Back-to-back singles, and all of a sudden, Texas has first and third, nobody out. So Brian Bistain got a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Had the hit and run not been on, that would have been a double play, but instead the hit and run was on. Wiley pulled from the second base area to cover second, and a wide open patch of the right side was wide open. And Texas has 4 hits and a golden opportunity to extend their lead here in the third inning. Corey Morales, who also struck out in the first inning, is up at the plate. And the first pitch, curveball for a strike, and the count's 0-1. The aromas of the ballpark have now made their way into the press box. Roasted almonds of some sort. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss. A terrible swing by Morales, a pitch up near his eyes. And the count's 0-2. So very quickly, Hodges trying to put himself in a good position to possibly get a strikeout. That would really flip this inning upside a little bit. Hodges looking in, way ahead. And the 0-2 pitch. A little popper foul to the right side into the seats. So Morales will continue to battle against Josh Hodges. A lot of room in left center field. Rodriguez straight up and left. Massey a couple of steps toward right. Double play depth up the middle. The 0-2 pitch, runner goes, and a foul ball straight back. Again, Texas being relatively aggressive on the bases in the first few innings. And that will prompt Jimmy Mojica to come over from third to talk with the right-handed starter. Top of the third inning, 1-0 lead for the Airhogs. The final time these two teams will play this year. The 0-2 pitch again. Got him swinging. Good changeup for a strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Josh Hodges, and a big-time strikeout there. As now Kansas City will look for a double play to escape the third without any damage. Michael Herr, who grounded out to Frias back in the first inning. If that were to happen again, Kansas City could get out of this third inning without any trouble. Runner at third base is Peoples Walls. Runner at first base is Brian Bistain. Both really good base runners, both very quick. Michael Herr, a .276 hitter after his ground out in the first inning. See if Hodges can really pick himself up right here. Looks in, pitch on the way, and the breaking ball stayed up, and the count's 1-0. Hodges now at 42 pitches, working here in the third inning. Wind, not really much of a factor, blowing in from left field. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away, and the runner again was going, and Bistain slides into second base, but with the foul tip, he'll have to go back to first base. So Texas really trying to force Kansas City to continue putting the gas on the accelerator down on this running game of Texas. They're trying to force themselves to get out of a double play situation. And also test the arm of the young catcher Johnson behind the plate. Hodges coming set again, works from the stretch. Takes a look at the runners. A long hold. Still holding, and the 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. That's just way too long to throw a pitch. And the count's 2 balls and a strike. When you hold it that long, usually the advantage goes to a pitcher, but Hodges didn't even really give her an opportunity to make a mistake. That pitch was in the dirt. And now more of a hitter's count, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 way inside, 3-1. All of a sudden, Hodges 1 pitch away from really putting himself in a mess here in the third inning. First and third, 1 out. And here comes the 3-1 pitch from Hodges. Runner goes, fly ball, right center field. Back goes Massey, still running back to the wall. It's over his head, and it's going to one-hop the fence. And that is a huge break, because instead of the runner scoring from first base, it will be a ground rule double, and staying at third base is Bistain, but now 2-0 is the lead for Texas. That ball was absolutely crushed. So Hodges, who had a very strong first inning, a great start to the second inning, has all of a sudden become a hitter-friendly pitcher for Texas, who has now got 5 hits in the last couple of batters to come to the plate. So 3 hits in the first 4 batters to come to the plate this inning. And now second and third, 1 out still for Devin Rodriguez. 2 runs already for Texas. And a line drive heading into shallow center field. Frias goes back, makes the catch. Nobody can score on the play. And a big time out right there for Hodges and Kansas City's defense. So now 2 outs, and up comes the left fielder, Nick Akins. Akins, 0 for 1, grounded out to Frias in the second inning. Hodges needing to make 1 more big pitch to get out of the third inning. Trying to get his offense an opportunity to fight themselves back into the game. Akins takes a breaking ball low. And now all of a sudden we're starting to see the pitch count continue to rise on the righty. 48 pitches and that through 3 innings. Coming set, the 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a miss, and the count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the left fielder, Nick Akins. First start in the last couple of games, .219 hitter, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. 1-1 pitch, and the fastball is up and in. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. This is the guy that Hodges wants. Cody Linehan, who is on deck, has already homered in the game. A hitter who's 60 points higher in regards to batting average. Here's a high chopper to short. Tough play on a tough hop. But Frias manages it, and the strong throw to first is in time to end the threat. But 3 hits, including an RBI double, extends the lead for Texas. We head to the bottom of the third. 2-0 lead for the Airhogs on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce costs and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Vladimir Frias will lead off the third inning for Kansas City. Nathan Moore back with you live at Community America Ballpark, Kansas City, Kansas. Vladimir Frias batting for the first time, and the first pitch right down the middle for a strike. Kansas City trailing 2-0. Texas has out-hit Kansas City 5-1. A home run and an RBI double the difference in the game as Frias takes a pitch all the way into the dirt to the backstop, and the count's even 1-1 strike. Frias, Johnson, Massey, 8-9-1 hitters in the third inning for Kansas City. Griffin Russell, who has pitched 2 scoreless innings, is off to a good start this afternoon. 0-1 pitch, or the 1-1 pitch, way outside, 2 balls and a strike. Outfield straight up. The wind has absolutely silenced itself as the 2-1 pitch is fouled off the screen, and the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kansas City with just 1 hit in the game. Dalton Wheat with a 1-out single in the first inning. That has been the only base runner to this point for Kansas City. Texas, who is sent down 1-2-3 in the first, have 5 hits in the last 2 frames as this pitch is in the dirt. Full count on Vladdy, who had a big game last night. Frias 2 for 2. He also walked once. A 2-run home run that gave Kansas City the lead. He also scored the winning run in the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball to right. Linehan will give a long chase, but he runs out of room. It's a foul ball out of play. Kansas City looking for a first leadoff base runner of the game. The 3-2 pitch. Line drive to short. Nice leaping ability by Sanchez, and Kansas City has their first out accorded. So Frias hit it hard, but right to the shortstop, who played him perfectly, and now one up, one down for Nolan Johnson. So Nolan Johnson will come up. Nolan last night, 1 for 2, season average at .218, and takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner. Griffin Russell really working quickly today. That's what you like to see, especially when you have the lead. Work quick, have a good pace, have good tempo. As soon as you make the pitch, get right back up, redo it again over and over. Quickly back to work. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. And a fly ball left center field. Pretty well struck. Akins on the run. It's over his head into left field. On his way to second, Johnson standing up. It's a one-out double. So Kansas City has their first extra base hit of the game. And the young rookie catcher has his first hit of the day. So Nolan Johnson doubles. And now 1 on, 1 out for the center fielder Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 1. So a good start. Now Kansas City a base hit away from possibly dividing that deficit, breaking it in half. Massey, of course, the big hit last night in the 7th inning that gave Kansas City the win with over 6,000 fans in attendance last night. Pitch on the way, and Massey pops it foul. Last night, Military Appreciation Night, a huge crowd, a great atmosphere, and themed pretty much American flag jerseys worn by Kansas City last night. Fireworks after the game. Today is Sizzle's birthday, so a birthday celebration earlier today for the Kansas City T-Bone mascot Sizzle. There's a strike. And Massey quickly behind 0-2. Also before the game, pregame player autographs. After the game this afternoon, kids get to run the bases. The 0-2 pitch, and Massey fouls it off again, so Tyler Massey continues to battle with the lefty. Two to nothing Texas as we battle here in the bottom of the third. Final game of the series. Series tied at 1 game apiece. Griffin Russell, who averages just a little bit over 5 innings per start, working here in the third. The 0-2 pitch is high. 86-mile-per-hour fastball makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, Kansas City will have the day off before resuming play. A 3-game home series against Laredo on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Massey pops it up. On the infield, Miller, the catcher, calling for it, staring into the sun, makes the catch for out number 2. So Massey unable to move the runner over, and now that'll bring up the right fielder Dalton Wheat, who has the only other hit for Kansas City this afternoon. Dalton Wheat with his single in the first inning raised his average up to .329. First pitch, a curveball in the dirt. Kansas City trying to take advantage of the 1-out double by Nolan Johnson. Base hit away from possibly scoring their first run of the day. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike. Outside corner, snap throw to second, gets into center field. On the way to third is Johnson. He'll stand up in there, and Kansas City now 90 feet away from scoring their first run. So good idea by Miller. Johnson was way off the bag at second base. If that was a perfect throw, Johnson probably would have been thrown out. They had him sleeping a little bit, Instead, it got through the legs of the shortstop Sanchez and into center field. So an E2. So the first fielding error charged to Texas. And Kansas City now definitely a base hit away from scoring their first run of the day. See if Dalton Wheat could have a couple of hits on the afternoon. The 1-1 pitch is popped up. Shallow left field. Back goes Morales in foul territory, makes the catch, and Kansas City squanders an opportunity here in the third inning. A one-out double, and Johnson left out at third. We head to the fourth inning. 2-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Top of the fourth inning, Nathan Moore back with you as the Kansas City T-Bones trail Texas 2-0. Final game of the series. Off day tomorrow before the homestand continues on Tuesday night. Cody Linehan, Michael Miller, Juan Sanchez, 6, 7, 8 hitters due up in the inning. As this off-speed pitch is inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Linehan homered in the second inning, home run number 10 on the year, and gave Texas a 1-0 lead in the second frame. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a line drive center field. Massey was very deep. He's not going to make the play, and it drops in for a hit. So we've seen two different defensive alignments today. Texas, who's played very shallow, it's worked great for them. Kansas City has not been able to take advantage of the shallow outfield. Whereas Kansas City has played so deep, and it has haunted Kansas City in the series. A lot of blue pits have dropped in there, and Kansas City unable to make the play. Massey again drifting very deep in center field, and up comes Michael Miller. So what appeared off the bat as a routine fly ball to center drops in for a hit, and already 6 hits for Texas. Nobody out in the fourth inning. Next pitch popped up. On the infield, foul territory. Mojica in foul territory makes the catch, and the first out in the fourth. So Mojica, with his eyes staring right into the sun, makes the catch. And that'll bring up the shortstop Juan Sanchez, who is 0 for 1. Sanchez struck out swinging in the second. 1 of 5 strikeout victims on Josh Hodges today. Double play depth at the middle for Kansas City. Outfield, all 3 of them at this point, very, very deep. Sanchez does have 9 home runs this year. First pitch hammered to left. Absolutely crushed, and it is gone. 4-0 Texas. So Sanchez has homered for the 10th time this year. Texas came into today almost 30 games behind a 500 mark. They have been mathematically eliminated from the postseason race for weeks. And they have just gotten full advantage of Hodges today, already with a 4-0 lead. Second home run of the afternoon. And obviously, with every game at the utmost importance, every single game is on the cusp of whether Kansas City's season will be over sooner than later if this trend of this afternoon continues. 4-0 lead for Texas. Only 1 out in the 4th inning, so Texas has now scored in 3 consecutive innings. The 0-1 pitch is hit pretty well, deep left center field. Rodriguez still on the run. It's over his head up against the wall. Extra bases for Kenny Peoples-Walls. On his way to third, he's easily there with a triple. And it's become batting practice right now for Texas. So despite the outfield being as deep as imaginable, Texas continuing to hit the gap after gap after gap. 8 hits already charged against Josh Hodges, and very quickly, already in the 4th, the bullpen is activated for Kansas City. And Bill Sobey is going to come out to have a word with his pitcher. Kansas City came into the day still in the postseason race, 7 games back, with coming into today with 15 games left to play. So in order for that to happen, Kansas City needs a lot of help, and they need to win at least 11 of the next 15 games, probably 12 out of the next 15 games. So today, a very rough start, and it couldn't have started any better. Hodges retired the first 5. 3 of the 5 he struck out. Since then, it's kind of been a very bad scenario. A run in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, already 2 in the 4th, and still just 1 out and a run 90 feet away here in the 4th inning. Brian Bastain batting for the 3rd time, and we're only in the 4th inning. And the first pitch, a curveball low for a ball. Hodges coming set, the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, that evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Hodges really needs to dig deep. Keep Kansas City in the game. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and a chopper to the right side. Blackwood fields it. A run will score. The out is made. It's now 5-0 Texas. So the triple turns into yet another run. It is a 3-run 4th inning. So 5-0 Texas with the lead. All 5 runs coming in the last 3 innings. And now that'll bring up Corey Morales. The 6th batter to bat in this inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball to right. Wheat was deep. Now comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch, but once again, damage has been done again. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Kansas City trailing 5-0, and that'll bring up Brett Wiley, who swings at a fastball and misses. Wiley 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. And really, Griffin Russell is really just teasing Kansas City offensive hitters with the fastball. A lot of high fastballs. Kansas City's hitters unable to touch it. And another fastball swung on and missed. So Griffin Russell at this point is just challenging a hitter to actually hit his fastball. Fastball between 87 and 90 miles per hour. He is just carving up Kansas City's offense so far through 3 innings. He's allowed just 2 hits. He's been able to escape both innings without a run. The 0-2 pitch, way outside, overthrew the fastball that time, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for KC. Wiley, Blackwood, Gallus, and Kansas City has got to find something on the offensive end. Another swing and a miss at a fastball, and Wiley strikes out for the second time of the day. 3 strikeouts in the afternoon for Kansas City, and that'll bring up Jake Blackwood, who is 0 for 1. Griffin Russell really hasn't had to show much of any other pitch but the fastball. Just continues to force the hitters to come after the fastball. And so far, Kansas City has not been able to get a hold of that fastball from the left-handed pitcher. Another fastball for a strike, 0-1. So hitting his spots early and often in this game. The next pitch will be Russell's 50th of the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that barely missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You'd like to see Blackwood get on, give Gallus an opportunity to possibly really put Kansas City back into the game. 1-1 pitch. It's a bit outside. 2 balls and a strike. Blackwood in the first inning grounded out to the third baseman for the final out of the first. Now the 2-1 pitch. Blackwood reaches out, pokes one down the right field line, dropping, fair ball into the corner, and now kicks away from the right fielder, Linehan, but not far enough as Blackwood will settle for a 1-out single. Blackwood, you could kind of tell originally off of his bat, I don't think he knew if it was going to stay fair or not, and even though the ball kicked away from Linehan, even though Linehan couldn't field it easily on the first hop, he even booted it a couple of times. Blackwood not able to move up to second base. So he is at first with 1 out for Gallus, who struck out back in the second inning. A lot of power for the designated hitter. And Kansas City could really use a big extra base hit from Gallus. Here's the pitch, and a foul ball straight back. He kind of had Gallus reaching a little bit. Griffin Russell with just 3 hits allowed, He has struck out 3. He hasn't walked anybody, so he's been pretty much on his game today. A completely different pitcher from the one Kansas City hammered back in early May. This pitch missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back in May, once again, Russell on May 20th went 4 innings, allowed 5 runs on 8 hits in just 4 innings. He was ran out of the game quickly. Kansas City won that game 8-3, but a completely different story in the early stages today. Big swing and a miss at a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blackwood at first, inching off the bag. 1-2 pitch, line to the third baseman, Morales, who was heading for the corner. So Gallus hit it hard, but right at Morales for out number 2. Tough luck there for Gallus. It would have had Kansas City looking at a second and third situation instead. 2 outs, runner at first for Mojica, who is 0 for 1. Five to nothing Texas. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming set Russell, trying to get the final out of the frame. First pitch, curveball for a strike. Now he's kind of pitching behind a little bit. A lot of first pitch breaking balls. Oh, 1 pitch. Mojica takes a fastball high, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Texas, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Kansas City, no runs on 3 hits, no errors to this point. Right-handed hitter versus the left-handed starter. And the pitch way outside to the backstop it goes. A wild pitch by Russell. Up to second base goes Blackwood. So now a little bit easier for KC to score. Only takes a hit to this point, not an extra base hit to allow Blackwood to score. It's the second time in this game where Kansas City has gotten a free 90 feet on a wild pitch, or a throwing error, which Kansas City did not take advantage of in the 3rd inning. So Texas keeps opening the door. Will Kansas City answer the call here? 2 balls and a strike the pitch. Breaking ball stays in. 3 balls and a strike now. So Mojica should really get a good pitch to hit here. Three balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. Line to Morales again at third. And for the second time this inning, Kansas City robbed of a hit with the third baseman Morales. And the inning is over. So Kansas City, every inning but one, has had a hit, but they have been shut out through 4 innings of play today. We head to the 5th, still 5-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Josh Hodges back to work in the fifth inning. Kansas City trailing 5-0. And immediately to begin the fifth inning, Michael Herr never saw a hittable pitch. A 4-pitch walk to begin the fifth inning. So Bill Sobey will be off of the front step. He'll make a quick phone call to the bullpen, and Kansas City might have some bullpen guys in the game pretty quickly today. 5-0 lead for Texas as we begin here in the fifth. Kansas City has been out-hit today, 8-3. Only error of the game was charged to Texas on a throwing error back in the third inning. Double play depth as Devin Rodriguez comes to the plate. Pickoff attempt over to first, not in time. Bottom of the fourth inning over at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals and Minnesota Twins are tied at 1. First pitch strike right in there to Rodriguez. Evens the count or gives Hodges the early break. 0-1. Devin Rodriguez 0 for 2, struck out in the second, popped out in the third. The 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss on an off speed, and the count's 0-2. Texas, even though they lead by 5, it could be much larger than that. In the third inning, Texas had 2 more runners on base. They had second and third, and 1 out. They would not add another run to their lead. So Hodges really helped himself out big time in the third. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Called third strike on the outside corner. Good off speed. Rodriguez strikes out for the second time. Strikeout number 6 for Hodges this afternoon. Now 1 on, 1 out for the left fielder Nick Akins, who is 0 for 2. Akins has grounded out twice to Frias. That is what Kansas City would like to see again here. An opportunity to turn an inning-ending double play. Runner at first is Michael Herr. Really not necessarily a speed demon by any imagine, but he's off and running. Pop up, shallow center field. Massey lost it originally, it looked like. Now he comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch. Back to first goes Herr, and the second out has been made. So right as I mentioned, not really necessarily a threat to steal. Michael Herr was running. Now 2 outs and a runner at first base for Cody Linehan, who is 2 for 2. He has scored twice, he has singled, and he has homered today. 5-0 lead Texas as we play here in the fifth. Final game of the series. Hodges throws over to first, and diving back safely is Michael Herr. Action in the bullpen for Kansas City as a right-hander begins to warm up for Kansas City. Here's the pitch, and Linehan takes a strike. It appears that Trent Delmont is allowing this game to be more of a pitcher zone. That pitch looked to be a little bit beyond the outside edge, but Delmont trying to have more of a larger zone. No objections by anybody, I'm sure. 0-1 pitch, just a bit outside. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. One on, 2 outs here in the fifth. Hodges looking for the final out of the fifth inning. Coming set at the belt Michael Hurd not running. 1-1 pitch outside. 2 balls and a strike. If Linehan were to reach, Michael Miller will come up for another shot at it. The skipper Frisbee at third base looking to move some runners around in this inning. Foul ball off the foot of Linehan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Hodges in his first few starts with Kansas City, he was very, very reliable, very, very consistent. Last couple times out, he's had a little bit of tougher stretches. Last start, not bad. Gave up three runs on 8 hits. He did strike out 7 in 6 innings against a very good Wichita team. But today, after a very good start, first inning, very good start to the second, Texas has really hit him hard today. 2-2 pitch and a pop-up. Shallow left. Rodriguez coming in left field. Makes the catch and the inning is over. So there is the first scoreless inning for Hodges since the first inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 5-0 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Nathan Moore back with you as Kansas City trails 5-0. They've only had 3 hits this afternoon against Griffin Russell, who's back to work. First pitch, fastball misses high to Rodriguez. It'll be Rodriguez, Frias, Johnson as we begin playing the bottom of the 5th inning. Russell's 1-0 pitch is hammered to deep left field. Back it goes. Gone! Starlin Rodriguez. The ball literally left the ballpark. It is rolling around somewhere out on the gravel beyond the stadium. So Starlin Rodriguez puts Kansas City on the board. So a solo home run to begin the 5th inning by Starlin Rodriguez. And that one was absolutely punished to deep left center field. So 5-1 now the score. Kansas City has pulled within 4. And that'll bring up Vladimir Frias, who was robbed of a hit his first time up, and takes a fastball outside. It is now 5-1. Kansas City trying to rally all the way back from a 5-run deficit. 1-0 pitch, ground ball beyond the pitcher. Here comes Sanchez at short, behind the bag, throws him out by half a foot. So Frias grounds out to one shortstop to the other shortstop, and that'll bring up the catcher, Nolan Johnson, who doubled back in the third inning. An update from Kauffman Stadium. It is in the 5th inning at Kauffman Stadium. And the Royals and Twins are battling a good game over there. It's 1-1 in the 5th inning. Royals took the lead. Twins tied the game in that game back and forth. We will keep you updated as that game has just hit the 5th, as we are in the bottom of our 5th inning. First pitch to Johnson is a bit inside. Johnson got the start last night, and there again today. This one dives inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Danny Duffy, who is, yes, a Cy Young candidate, is pitching for the Royals today. This pitch a bit outside 2-0. Outfield pretty straight up. 2-0 pitch is a very generous called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Back to that, appearing that Trenton Delmont is going to have more of a wider strike zone. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. And actually, the board was 1 pitch behind, so it is a walk to Nolan Johnson. This is when Texas might get a little bit of alarmed right here by Griffin Russell. Russell has really struggled this year. Griffin Russell has won 1 game. He has lost 9, so his record is 1-9. A season ERA of a 6.48. He has pitched fantastic so far against Kansas City, but based on the track record this year, Texas may not allow such a long leash on him today, as he throws the first pitch strike to Tyler Massey. Obviously, they want to get him through 5 innings, qualify him for a victory. This is when Kansas City really needs to find a way to jump on him. The 0-1 pitch is inside, and the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 run already in. Runner at first base, Johnson. Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the day. Russell checks the runner. The 1-1 pitch is hit pretty well to center field, but playable. Peoples Walls literally moves 1 foot, makes the catch, and the second out has been made. Massey is 0 for 3 at the top of the order. Now it'll bring up the right fielder Dalton Wheat, who is 1 for 2.
Right fielder number 9, Dalton Wheat.
Dalton Wheat still looking for his first professional home run. He does bat .327, 22 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup here in the 5th. Pitch on the way is way outside. No action in the bullpen right now for Texas. A couple of guys are moving around, somewhat light stretching, but nobody has thrown. T-Bones had a right-hander warming up in the top of the 5th inning, but at the moment nobody warming up. 1-0 pitch. Wheat lines it to the second baseman, and again, Kansas City robbed of another hit. The 5th time today the T-Bones have lined into an out. However, Kansas City here in the 5th inning get themselves on the scoreboard for the first time. We head to the 6th inning. 5-1 now, the lead for Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the sixth inning. Josh Hodges back out to work. 5-1 lead, Texas. In the sixth inning, Michael Miller, Juan Sanchez, and Kenny Peoples-Walls. The bottom third will come to the plate. Good start perhaps in the sixth inning. A high pop-up. Blackwood makes the catch, and the first out has been made. Hodges in the fifth inning had his first scoreless inning since the first. Texas with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. That was the big inning. 2 home runs in the game for Texas. A 2-run shot by Sanchez in the fourth. And a solo home run back in the second inning by Cody Linehan. First pitch to Sanchez here is a little bit low. Now the 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good changeup. And the count's even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Sanchez 1 for 2 with that 2-run home run. Hodges 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, line in a deep left field. Rodriguez on the run. Dives, misses the baseball, and it goes all the way to the wall. Rodriguez comes up quickly. It's a double for Sanchez. He is now 2 for 3. And again, Kansas City's left fielder Rodriguez with the effort dive, but wasn't even close. Looking at the replay, if he dove about a second earlier, probably makes the catch. Or if he allows it to just bounce in front of him, it would have been just a 1-out single. Instead, it's a double. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Kenny Peoples-Walls, who is already 2 for 2 and 2 runs scored. And the first pitch way outside. When Hodges has missed today, it's not even been in the same zip code. He's missed badly with his spots. In the beginning, he was very, very solid. He was hitting his spots, picked up a lot of strikeouts early. And now he's just missing his spots bad. 2-0 as the fastball missed way outside. Now Peoples-Walls, who has a .381 hitter, has a good opportunity to hit again. Pops this one foul out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the order, Brian Bistain is on deck. He has already batted 3 times. Outfield fairly deep, still shifted toward right. And a fly ball, right center field, dropping quickly. Here comes Dalton Wheat, makes the catch. Out number 2, back to second goes Sanchez. So now 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Bistain, who is 1 for 3 and an RBI.
Second baseman is 2, Brian Bistain.
Nobody warming up in either bullpen, so Hodges has this inning. Griffin Russell with the 4-run lead will pitch the 6th, or at least start the 6th inning. Good curveball for a strike, 0-1 on Bistain. Bistain batting .289 with his 1-for-3 performance today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left center field, going to drop for a hit. So immediately after Kansas City gets on the scoreboard, that run given right away. And it's back to a 5-run lead for Texas, 6-1. Kansas City, once again, with the season dwindling down. And not to be mean toward Texas, but when you are facing a team at home who is 29-56, almost 30 games below 500, these are games, if you're going to be in the postseason race, if you have any hopes of making the postseason, you absolutely cannot afford to lose to teams like this down the stretch. Lost the first game of the series, and losing right now by 5 is Kansas City. And then give credit on the other side to a team like Texas. They have 0 chance to make the postseason. 0. But yet they are not backing down. Runner goes to second. Throw is into center field. A bad throw and a bad block attempt. And Kansas City is not playing a good game today. A stolen base, E2. So a throwing error by Johnson. And now a runner goes first to third on the throwing error. And now Corey Morales with the count at 0-1 as a runner 90 feet away from another potential run for Texas. Here's the pitch. Morales takes one in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now. If the inning continues, Michael Herr would follow. Hodges has got to find a way to put a exclamation point on an inning today. Here's a foul ball straight back, and the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes. It has not been easy for Hodges. 94 pitches. He has allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, and they have not been soft base hits. He has been hit hard today. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Johnson, so the at-bat continues. Hodges faced 3 in the first, 5 in the second, 5 more or 6 more in the third, 6 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and already working on his 5th batter in the 6th inning. It has not been easy. Only 1 perfect inning on the day. Hodges came in with a 4.52 ERA, 2 full points better than Griffin Russell. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right. Dalton Wheat is there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But yet again, another run for Texas. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-1 Airhogs on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Pretty much an inning in which Kansas City has got to score as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. 6-1 Texas as we begin playing the bottom of the sixth. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Wiley sends one high into the air, shallow center, and Sanchez, the shortstop, puts him away. So kind of a rough day for Wiley today. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a first pitch pop-out to begin the sixth inning. So 1 up, 1 down for the first baseman Blackwood, who is 1 for 2. Jake singled in the fourth, grounded out in the first inning. See if Jake can add another hit to his afternoon. If you're listening to the ballpark or listening to the game inside the ballpark today, a quick reminder, and you may need it at this point in time, but $5 Bloody Marys today. There you go, if that triggers any excitement for you. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Blackwood. It's a little bit low. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on Blackwood. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way, and it's popped up. Foul territory, in play. Rodriguez giving chase, and the first baseman makes the catch. And 2 infield pop-ups to begin the sixth inning for Kansas City. That will bring up the designated hitter, Gallus, who is 0 for 2. If the Bloody Marys don't get you excited, and you are one that likes to perhaps drink on occasion, you'll be happy to know that you have one more opportunity. It's coming up this Thursday. Throwdown Thursday, $1.25 beers all night this upcoming Thursday. Tickets are available at tbonesbaseball.com. No game tomorrow night. Games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at home, before Kansas City heads out on a 7-game road trip, 3 in Gary, 4 in Fargo, before the season at home ends with 4 against Sioux Falls on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday series over Labor Day weekend. So Kansas City with just 7 home games remain. 0-2 pitch, a bit outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So if you are a fan who has been somewhat saying to yourself all year you want to come to a game this year, you only have 7 more chances after today. Big swing and a miss, and Griffin Russell appears to only be getting stronger as the game continues on. A 1-2-3 sixth inning. We head to the 7th. Still all Texas as they lead 6-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance. No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
David Holman, new pitcher for Kansas City as we begin the 7th inning. David Holman this year, 4-4 record, 5.04 ERA. This will be his 18th appearance, 8th out of the bullpen. 64 innings, 95 hits allowed, 36 earns allowed. He has struck out 27, walked 24. Batters are batting .348 against the tall right-hander, whose first pitch sails high for a ball. Holman will face the 3-4-5 hitters, Rodriguez, Akins, here in the 7th inning. Ground ball to short. Frias has it, spins, throws at first. The stretch in time for the out. Another dazzling play by Vladimir Frias as Devin Rodriguez will now come to the plate. So a solid defensive play by Vladimir Frias. 1 up, 1 down. So a nice defensive play to already help Holman to begin the 7th inning. As we begin the 7th inning, Kansas City trails 6-1. They've been out hit today 10-4. Each team does have an error today. Both errors have occurred on stolen base attempts, both on the catchers this afternoon. Final line score for Josh Hodges. Coming up, 0-1 pitch, ground ball second. Wiley has it from the outfield grass, and he has a nice defensive play. Solid throw for Brett Wiley. So the defense in the 7th inning taken over for Kansas City. Back-to-back good defensive plays by Wiley and Frias. So it looked like both of them were going to be back-to-back hits. Instead, 4 pitches and 2 great defensive outs. Hodges, 6 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 1, struck out 6, allowed 2 home runs on 95 pitches. A start today in which Hodges will want to forget about. There's a big swing and a miss, and Holman very quickly ahead. 0-2 on Nick Akins, who is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice. He's flown out once. 0-2 pitch on Holman. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Wiley and Frias both with some dazzling defensive glove work here in the 7th. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, popped him up, foul territory, right side, long run Johnson. It will not stay in play. It's about 4 rows deep and bounces all the way to the suite section, where a lucky individual will have a souvenir. One ball, 2 strikes. Nick Akins looking for his first hit of the day. The pitch on the way. Bounces in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball, third, diving play, Mojica from his knees on the first is on the way. Talk about probably the best defensive inning of the year for Kansas City as the T-Bones turn a golden play at short, a phenomenal play at second, and a dazzling play by Mojica to end a perfect 1-2-3 inning for Holman in the 7th inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 6-1 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kansas City trailing 6-1. Nathan Moore back with you live at Community America Ballpark here in Kansas City, Kansas. Griffin Russell has got a lot to work with, looking for his 2nd win of the year. And if anything could spark a Kansas City rally, surely the way they play defense in the top half of this inning would aid in that cause. 3 fantastic defensive plays all around the infield. Wiley, Frias, Mojica, all fantastic plays, and they all took the good receiving end at first base with Blackwood to make them possible. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mojica. It is the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Mojica, Rodriguez, Frias, batting in the 7th inning to try to pull Kansas City back into the game. That pitch missed a bit low. Full count, 3-2. Get you a scoring update over at Kauffman Stadium in just a second. There has been a change. 3-2 pitch outside ball 4. So Mojica is a leadoff base runner here in the 7th inning. The Royals have just taken the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-out single by Lorenzo Cain, followed by a 2-out RBI double by Eric Hosmer, his 23rd of the year. And the Royals now lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning over at Kauffman Stadium. Kansas City here, T-Bones trail by 5. They need some offensive contributions here in the bottom part of the order. First pitch right down the heart of the plate to Rodriguez, who has the only run of the game for Kansas City. A solo home run in the 5th inning. That was an absolute shot to deep left center field. It actually left the ballpark onto the gravel parking lot. The 0-1 pitch, taking all the way, and you could tell he didn't look like he was ready at all. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Action warming up in the bullpen for Texas, as Russell has now thrown 91 pitches. Holman will have the 8th inning, nobody warming up for KC. The 1-1 pitch, it's a swing and a miss, and Rodriguez swinging for the fences. Down in the count, 1-2. Right now, when you trail by 5, you really just need to get base runners on. A home run would be nice, but just to get runners on base will be beneficial. The 1-2 pitch, and taking way inside. Good block by the catcher, Miller, and it counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. After Rodriguez, Vladimir Frias will follow, and then he will be followed by Nolan Johnson. Outfield straight up, a little bit more depth and center by Peoples Walls. 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, ball 3, full count. Right-hander continues to throw for Texas. Skipper Frisbee is already the top step. If Russell allows Rodriguez to reach, you can almost guarantee that Texas will be going to their bullpen. I do not want to let this game slip away. Will Mojica be running? No. 3-2 pitch pulled foul into the dugout of Texas, and the count stays 3-2. And now, just to make sure that Russell stays on the same page, the catcher Miller goes out to have a quick word with the left-handed starter. Texas has now sent yet another bullpen catcher down to the bullpen area, so they're going to have 2 relievers warming up. Kansas City has nobody warming up. Again, the 3-2 pitch on the way. Broken bat line drive to third, where else Morales makes the catch, and the first out is made in the 7th inning. Kansas City has lined out more in this game than I can remember in weeks. And despite Griffin Russell getting the first out of the 7th inning, the skipper Frisbee is already out of the dugout, and they may take Russell out of the game here before possibly he gives Kansas City more breathing room. He's at 96 pitches. No sign of the bullpen yet, as Griffin Russell has had a fantastic start today. Will Frisbee be going to the bullpen, or will he allow his left-hander to stay in the game? He is going to allow his lefty to stay in the game. So Vladimir Frias will bat. He is 0 for 2. He is lined out. He has grounded out. A big home run last night. He also homered on Thursday night in Wichita, so he's had a couple of big home runs in the last few days. Runner at first base is Mojica. He walked in the 7th inning. A leadoff in this 7th inning. Pitch on the way, and a foul ball straight back. The young catcher, Johnson, to follow. Kansas City needs a lot of base runners here with limited outs to work with. Just 8 outs remaining. The 0-1 pitch is taken low, and the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just hit the 3 o'clock mark on a Sunday afternoon. Gorgeous day for baseball, and the clouds are far and in between. A 1-1 pitch is way outside, 2 balls and a strike. The next pitch for Russell will be his 100th of the game. Might be one of the best starts, if not the best start of the year for Russell. The 2-1 pitch is taken inside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Frisbee trying to give his starter the opportunity to finish 7 innings. Will that be possible? 3-1 pitch, he walked him. Ball 4. Frias goes to first. Now Kansas City will have runners at first and second, 1 out. And Frisbee has no chance. He's going to have to go to the bullpen. So Texas will go to their bullpen. That has been a very, very troubling spot for them all year. So we'll see if the 2 walks in the inning opens the door for Kansas City in the 7th. A break in the action. We'll talk about the new reliever on the other side of the break on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Nolan Johnson comes to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City trails 6-1. New pitcher for Texas is Cody Culp. Right-hander pitching for the first time in the series. First pitch is fouled straight back off the top of the press box, and the count is 0-1. Cody Culp, 5'11", 185-pounder out of the University of Hawaii. So he is in out of the bullpen. He's got 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, where Kansas City is looking to take advantage of a couple of walks. Big swing and a miss on an off speed, and Nolan Johnson down quickly, 0-2. Russell, who had a fantastic game, will close the line on him when we head to the 8th inning, or the bottom of the to the 8th inning. 0-2 pitches pop foul out of play, and the count stays 0-2. So Cody Culp is in out of the pen. First 3 pitches, all strikes. Good base running on the bases. And the 0-2 pitch is popped foul again. Another foul ball into the seats. Anywhere but to the third baseman Morales. He has been pretty much a Golden Glove nominee today anyway. An 0-2 pitch sent a mile into the air, shallow right field. Everybody going out. The second baseman, Bastain, makes the catch. And just way too many pop-ups today by the offense. So an infield pop-out. Nolan Johnson is out. And that'll bring up Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 3. Kansas City needing one more big hit to really pull themselves right back into this game. They trail by 5. They've been given a huge opportunity again in the 7th. First pitch hammered to center field, playable for Peoples Walls. Drifting back makes the catch. And boy, Kansas City today in situational hitting has not gone their way at all. 2 walks in the inning. Kansas City cannot move either one. We head to the 8th. Kansas City trails 6-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. Frosty
We head to the 8th inning. Nathan Moore back with you. And as we come back, Linehan hits one a mile into left center field. And Tyler Massey on his horse very quickly runs it down about 405 feet into deep left center field. So Holman gets another good defensive play by his defense. You saw 3 great defensive plays on the infield in the 7th inning, and now a very good defensive play by Massey to begin the 8th inning. So 1 up, 1 down for the catcher, Michael Miller, who's 1 for 3. And the first pitch to Miller is a bit low. Holman is faced 4, retired 4. This time throws another one way outside. It's 2-0. Kansas City running out of time. They trail by 5. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And taking one right down the heart of the plate. It counts 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. 3 balls and a strike. So Holman, after getting 4 very, very good defensive plays, has fallen behind 3-1 on Miller. Now a swing and a miss. Fastball at the tips of the ankles. Full count 3-2. After Miller, it'll be the shortstop Juan Sanchez, who has been 2 for 3, and he has had a big-time game out of the 8th spot. 3-2 pitch, pulled fouled on the third base line. And it will force Rodriguez to come out from left field to get the loose baseball. Top of the 8th inning, final game of the year where these two teams will face each other. No game tomorrow night, then 3 games against Laredo. Tomorrow is the final off day for the season for Kansas City. Ground ball to short. Frias fills the tough hop at the end, and a strong throw to first is in time. 2 up, 2 down in the 8th inning. That will bring up the shortstop Sanchez, who hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning, and also doubled and scored in the 6th inning. So he has had a big game out of that 8 spot. Texas scored a run in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and another one in the 6th inning. Sanchez takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. Holman trying to end his outing today on a high note. A very late time called and granted by the home plate umpire, Delmont. The 0-1 pitch is a foul ball just past first. And once again, Holman doing a good job staying ahead of a hitter. 0-2. It's only one batter out of 6 that he has fallen behind, and he was able to come back and get Miller. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, tickets available for any of the remaining 7 home games at tbonesbaseball.com. Fastest, easiest, most convenient way to get any tickets for the rest of the year. Good play, Mojica at third. Bad throw, good scoop. And it retires the Texas Airhogs in order. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 6-1 Texas on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Masick comes in out of the bullpen, so the third pitcher of the game is in. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters, Dalton Wheat, Brett Wiley, Jake Blackwood. Time running out on Kansas City today. Time running out on the season for Kansas City. Pitch on the way, a high chopper to first. It will go foul by half a foot. And the count, I believe, on the scoreboard shows 1-1, but I believe it is 0-2. I believe Trent Delmont originally called the first pitch a ball and then changed his decision. And it is 0-2. So 2 strikes on Dalton Wheat, who is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And a bit outside. Now the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dalton Wheat singled in the first, popped out in the third, lined out in the 5th inning. Kansas City needing a lot of offense here. The 1-2 pitch. Lined up the middle. Stopped by the shortstop. Sanchez has it over to first in time for the out. Dalton Wheat hustling all the way, and that one just barely got underneath the glove of Masick. If that one ricocheted or tipped off of his glove, that would have been a hit. Instead, it somehow went perfectly in between his legs right to the shortstop. And Kansas City has an out to begin the 8th inning. And Brett Wiley has had a very rare 0 for 3 day. He has struck out twice. He has popped out once. And for him, a very rare 0 for 3 day. And the first pitch strike at 90 miles per hour makes the count 0-1. 6-1 lead Texas. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Outfield straight away. No shift on the infield. 0-1 pitch is a high chopper to second. Bastain has it. Throws to first. Is in time. And very quickly, 2 up, 2 down for Kansas City. The T-Bones have only had 4 hits in this game. That'll bring up Blackwood. He has 1 of the 4 hits. He is 1 for 3. Single came back in the 4th inning. See if the T-Bones can get something in this 8th inning. First pitch high and inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there is a strike at the knees. The count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Sinking line drive to center field. Peoples Walls is there. And Kansas City goes down 1-2-3 here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. No score change. It's 6-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, Make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
We head to the ninth inning. Kansas City trails 6-1. Nathan Moore back with you as David Holman returns to the mound in the ninth inning. He has pitched 2 perfect innings out of the bullpen, and here's a big swing and a miss. Got a strikeout on Peoples Walls. The throw to first is in time. So 7 batters faced, 7 batters retired. And David Holman has looked pretty solid out of the bullpen this afternoon. 1 up, 1 down for Brian Bistain, who has been 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And pretty solid out of the top part of the order.
Second baseman number 2, Brian Bistain.
So we will see how Brian Bistain works the count here in this ninth inning. Here's the pitch. High chopping ground ball to short. Frias has it. Off-balance throw to first is in time. So very, very quickly. 2 up, 2 down in the ninth inning. That will bring up the third baseman Morales, who is 0 for 4. Couple of strikeouts, couple of fly ball outs to right. So David Holman has looked very, very sharp tonight. 2 2/3, and he's done that on just 28 pitches. So he has had a very, very good outing. Trying for his final out of the ninth. And a first pitch strike right down the heart of the plate, and it counts 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch is a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. A day to forget for Hodges. He went 6 innings and allowed all 6 runs. Holman has pitched very, very well in his relief appearance. Kansas City's offense has been pretty quiet today. There's the 1-2 pitch. Little chopper back over the head of the pitcher. Tough play. Frias bobbles, throws to first. Wild throw, and it's going to get away Blackwood, but an infield single nonetheless. Vladimir Frias was screaming away from Brett Wiley to get away from the ball, and Frias, with all the momentum in the world going toward the play, not able to get enough on it. He bobbled it in and out of his glove, kicked it high into the air, and was trying to rush the throw and just threw it away. It is not an error, it's an infield single. That is the first and only base runner that Hodges has allowed, or not Hodges, but Holman has allowed in his 2 2/3 innings. And now Michael Herr will take a fastball outside for a ball. So Holman needing 1 more out to finish the 9 defensive innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and a pop foul straight back over the press box onto the concourse. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike in the pitch, and the fastball is a bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Holman trying for the final out of the ninth, trying to work around a 2-out infield single on Morales. And the 2-1 pitch to her is on the way. Fly ball foul to play to the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to get that final out of the inning. And then it'll be up to Kansas City to get that final amount of outs to work with to try to come back and shock Texas today. Full count, 3-2. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. So the 9th inning continues. A 2-out infield single followed by a walk. Then now 2 on, 2 outs for the first baseman, Rodriguez, who is 0 for 4.
First baseman, number 12, Devin Rodriguez.
Devin Rodriguez will bat left-handed against the right-handed reliever Holman. Came in, pitched a perfect 7th, a perfect 8th, and then it all started with an infield 2-out single here in the 9th. After the 2-out infield single, a walk, and now all of a sudden, Holman is not finding the strike zone. The 1-0 pitch. Holman on the way to Rodriguez and a high fly ball. Right field. Playable for Dalton Wheat, shading his eyes, making the catch. And the inning is over. So a couple of base runners, but no problem for Holman. He was sharp today. 3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Kansas City needs a lot. Trailing 6-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Bottom of the 9th, Kansas City needs 5 to stay alive. They trail 6-1, and the first pitch to Gallus is fouled back. It will be Gallus, Mojica Rodriguez, Frias, Johnson, Massey. Those are just a few that has to get on for Kansas City to have a chance to win here today. Only down to their 3 final outs to work with. A pitch in the dirt. Gallus laid off of it. Gallus today is 0 for 3. Struck out twice. He's lined out to third. He was one of about 7 hitters that was robbed of a hit by Morales at third base. Also, Bastain has been troublesome to get the ball past. Here's the pitch, and Gallus takes inside. The 4th new pitcher of the game for Texas is Alan Oaks. Oaks pitching here in the 9th, trying to secure a 6-1 win for Texas. Kansas City is hoping for one of the largest comebacks of the year to be here today. And it will not start off well for KC as Gallus is called out on strikes. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Gallus, so that is a hat trick for him. 1 up, 1 down for Mojica. Now Kansas City only has 2 outs to work with. The game started off pretty good, but then Texas just went on a run. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. To add up their 6 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. All that damage was against Josh Hodges, Kansas City starter. The T-Bones then scored their 1 and only run in the 5th inning, a solo home run by Starlin Rodriguez. 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. It has been just one of those days where the offense, along with the pitching and collective effort, has not gone the way that KC had wanted as this pitch misses inside 2-0. KC coming into today, 7 games back in the Central. Limited amount of games left. A loss here today would be detrimental to any hopes the T-Bones have to make the postseason. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and there's a strike, and the count's 2-1. Kansas City today, 7 games behind a 500 record, 39-46. Texas, 29-56, trying to pick up their 30th win. Breaking ball missed inside, 3 balls and a strike. Kansas City needs at least 5 in the 9th to have any hopes. The T-Bones have been the team of late that has shown the ability to shock their opponent late in the night. There's a strike. Fills it up 3-2. Mojica was already walking to first, and he'll have to walk back as the count is full 3-2. So Oaks will be throwing his 11th pitch. Mojica batting .225. He is 0 for 2. He also was robbed of a hit by the third baseman Morales. 3-2 pitch pulled foul into the dugout. Barehanded catch by a utility player, and the count stays full 3-2. Six to 1 lead Texas. Kansas City does not come back. It would end an impressive stretch on consecutive Series 1 here at home. And there's a swing and a miss. Mojica strikes out. And Alan Oaks has struck out both batters he's faced in the 9th. And Kansas City's hopes are down to just 1 final out to work with. Over at Kauffman Stadium, the Royals and Twins are battling, and that's a very good game there. 2-1 lead for the Royals in the top of the 9th inning. They are 3 outs away from sweeping the Minnesota Twins and pushing their winning streak to 8 consecutive. Pitch to Rodriguez, taken for a strike, 0-1. Alan Oaks trying to secure a perfect 9th inning, secure a series win for Texas. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kansas City down to one final strike, perhaps. Nothing in 2. Rodriguez 1 for 3. The pitch on the way and a high fly ball. Left center field should do the trick. Calling for it in left is Akins, and the game is over. And a final score of 6-1 in favor of the Air Hogs. A game that was really never in grasp of Kansas City. Kansas City got out-pitched, they got out-hit, and after all, the series goes to Texas, 2-1 in the best of 3. With the loss, Kansas City falls to 39-47. With the win, Texas improves to 30-56. Losing pitcher Josh Hodges. Winning pitcher is Griffin Russell, who improves to just 2-9 on the year. Final score 6-1. Texas wins the game and the series. No game tomorrow night. 3-game series upcoming with Laredo on Tuesday night at 7:05 in the evening. Tickets available at tbonesbaseball.com. Final line scores today. Air Hogs 6 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base. Kansas City 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. Time of the game just 2 hours and 27 minutes. Nathan Moore saying so long from Community America Ballpark. You've been listening to the Kansas City T-Bones on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at tbonesbaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.